Have you ever felt like you were created for more? Like there was a bigger purpose waiting for you to step into? Welcome to A Dose of Belief, the podcast that fuels your faith, sharpens your mindset, and equips you to boldly live in your purpose. Each week, I'll bring powerful insights, set up dynamic interviews with high achievers, entrepreneurs, and leaders who turn belief into breakthrough. This isn't just motivation, it's your weekly reminder that you were made to make a difference. I'm your host, Christian Martinez, and you are listening to A Dose of Belief. Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like you were doing everything right, but still not growing? Working hard, learning, trying, but nothing is really moving? Like you're putting in the effort, but the results just aren't matching. Today, I want to show you why that might be happening. A while back, my oldest son, Deonte, came to me and asked, "Dad, can we grow an avocado tree in Florida?" I laughed a little bit, we chuckled, and I said, "I think so." So he asked me, "Next time we have an avocado, can you save the seed for me?" I said, "Yes." So we get an avocado, I save the seed, I give it to him, and he puts it on the counter. Now, 1 day goes by, 2 days, 3, 4 days, and I'm watching like this is not going to grow itself. So I finally asked him, "Deonte, what are you doing with this seed?" And he said, "Yes, Dad, I know. I need to put it in water." I told him, "Well, it's not going to put itself in water." And he looked at me. "I know. I'm just waiting for the right time." So I'm thinking to myself, right time? Okay, when is that time? But instead of putting it in water, he wraps it in a damp paper towel. And he tells me this is going to grow like this. And then he takes it a step further. He said, "We need to put it in a dark place, Dad." So I go over to the pantry. We set it in the pantry. At this point, I'm just thinking to myself, this isn't going to end well. We're about to have a wet seed in a dark place, and we're going to forget about it. This is going to smell bad. But a few days later, I come back. We had set a timer, and I look at the seed. And what I found surprised me. It started to crack open. A root started to form. Stems started to push through. And I was like, wait a minute, it's working. But here's what hit me. The seed didn't grow until the environment changed. Think about it. Sitting on the counter, nothing happened. Wrapped with moisture, something started. Placed intentionally, growth began. But here's the part most people miss. That environment was good for growth, but not enough for maturity. Because in order for that seed to become a tree, it had to be planted in soil. Then it had to be placed in the right pot. After being in the pot for a while, it had to be moved outside at the right time. You see, every level required a new environment. Today's episode is brought to you by Leadership Legacy, our impact partner sponsor. Leadership Legacy exists to help organizations grow from the inside through leadership training, customer service development, and culture transformation. Their approach is interactive, immersive, and values-driven, creating experiences that don't just inspire, but actually stick. If you're serious about excellence and bringing the best out of your people, Leadership Legacy is a trusted partner. They equip leaders, empower teams, and enrich cultures. To find out more, you can check out the show notes or go to www.christianrmartinez.com/culture and get to know a little bit more about their business. Now, let's get back to the show. Now, if I'm being honest, I've lived this myself. When I first started building my business, I thought being productive meant being busy. So I did what most people do. Listen, I listened to podcasts, I bought every course. I wrote things down. I highlighted items. I have books with sticky tabs, notes. But my desk looked like progress. But my mind, it felt like chaos. I had notes everywhere. I had ideas everywhere, but no clarity anywhere. And one day I realized something. I didn't need more information. I needed alignment. So I did something simple. I cleared my desk. I removed the noise. And then I said, I'm going to write down my top 3 goals. I then looked over at some documents that I had. And I took this quote that really inspired me and I put it right into a frame and on the wall. And then something started shifting. Not around me, but inside of me. I started to feel peace. I started to feel focus. And I started to develop momentum. Because here's what I learned. Cluttered spaces create cluttered thinking. And your environment, it reflects what you feel on the inside, your internal state. Simplicity, in all actuality, creates momentum. And most people are stuck not because they lack ability, but because they're surrounded by distractions. So here's the real question. Where are you right now? Are you in an environment that is fueling you? Or are you in one that's draining you? You see, if I was to think about everybody that I have in my life and all of the people that I know, I would bet to say that some of you are sitting on the counter right now. Some of you have started growing. But you're probably frustrated because you've outgrown your current environment. So here's what I want you to do. Don't try to fix everything. Fix one environment at a time. Fix one section at a time. And do it at one moment at a time. What does this look like for you? It can look like fixing your desk. It can look like organizing your room. It can look like prioritizing your notes in your phone. It can look like reanalyzing your inner circle. I will tell you, it's important that you remove one thing that's draining you and add one thing that fuels you. Because that avocado seed, it didn't become a tree overnight. But every time the environment improved, growth followed. Now that we've cleared the space, let's talk about something deeper. Your capacity to keep going. Because even in the right environment, if you don't refuel, you'll still burn out. As we wrap up, if today's episode sparked a dose of belief in you, don't let it stop there. Belief grows when it's shared and lived out. You can tune in weekly for conversations that strengthen your mindset, sharpen your leadership, and encourage you to keep moving forward. And if this episode encouraged you, consider sharing it with someone who could use a reminder to believe again. If you'd like to go a step further, you can also become an impact sponsor, helping us continue this work beyond the podcast. Through your support, we help feed the homeless, partner with schools to provide leadership training, and create opportunities that truly make an impact. And if you're ready to deepen your own belief, consider grabbing a copy of Unstoppable Belief, available at unstoppablebelief.com or on Amazon. Thank you for being a part of this community. Until next time, keep believing, keep growing, and keep moving forward.